Hi everyone, here I will give you a tip how to remember the speed limits and never make mistakes in them. So first of all, how to handle these questions usually. First, you gotta ask yourself what type of vehicle is it on the picture. Let's take the picture that you can see here. It's a regular car, right? B category. Second, we gotta check if is there a trailer attached to the car, and if yes, is it a big trailer? For example, it says it's category BE or a small trailer. I'll show you how. Here is a small trailer picture, just a small picture, and here it doesn't say anything about BE, right, in the question. And for here's also here driver of a category B. It's a small trailer, or here it says category BE. This would mean a large trailer, right? It always says BE if it's a large trailer. So here you see regular car on the left side, and small trailer is very close to the regular car, just a little bit less. And here we have large trailers. They are much harder to drive, they're less mobile, so the speed is less than small trailer or a regular car, right? Then we're asking ourselves, where are we? Which signs do we see? There is a highway sign. Let me show you here, the green one. If it's not there and we see that it's outside of the city, or the question explicitly says outside of the city, like a regular car, then it's this non-built up areas, but not a highway, right? It's like an in-between thing. And we have here this type of a street. For example, the only difference between like outside of cities and highways is for regular car, first of all, and secondly for big trucks and road vehicles, because small trailers, quads, motorbikes, and large trailers, no matter if it's highway or outside of the city, it has this regulation 80, 80, and 70. The only difference between highway is for a regular car, so B category. On highways, obviously, it's faster, 110, and outside of the cities, it's 90, right? So yeah, the same as for big trucks and road vehicles, buses. It is 80 on highways, so a little bit faster. Sometimes they need to go on the highway. For example, between Rustavi and Tbilisi, right? There is the highway, and there is 70 for outside cities. So generally more similar to large trailers than to a regular car. Yes, then other question that we're getting there, we're going to ask ourselves, is the car exactly where is the car? Is it just leaving the city? What does the question say? Read it very carefully. For example, here it says, what is the maximum speed limit for a driver of B1 category, which is a quad, in an uninhabited area on a given section of road? So it's an uninhabited area, but it's not a highway. Even if it would be a highway, it would make a difference for the ATV. And we have here, he's leaving the city, right? So it says specifically uninhabited area. Sometimes it will say non-built up area. It means there are no buildings here or like no people. It doesn't count as we're in the city anymore, because in the city maximum is anyways 80. Same here, right? What is the maximum speed at which driver of category B with a light trailer is allowed to continue driving after the road sign indicating the end of a built-up area, right? Inside of a built-up area, it could only go here anyways. There is like a 50 sign. It can only go up to 50, but after he's leaving, it's a small trailer. So remembered, small trailers can go 80 outside of the cities. Inside of the cities, obviously, this is the max, the 61. Then check, is the car towing? If the car is towing someone else, like pulling someone, then it's always maximum 50. It doesn't get more than that. Doesn't matter if it's on the highway outside of the cities or in the city. It's always 50, obviously, except from residential areas like play streets. I guess there is no question about that, but yeah, just remember that it's 20, the lowest that it can get. And also ask yourself, is there a minimal speed sign? For example, a number in the blue circle is a minimum speed, not the recommended speed. The square is the recommended speed, and white number in a blue circle is compared to black number in a red white circle. Blue one is for minimal allowed speed on a specific lane or on a specific road, right? Okay, so let's check just step by step. A regular car, B category, 110 on the highways, 90 outside cities. It's the only one that is also different depending on the highway or outside cities. Then small trailers, just always 80, right? So you can remember 110, 90, 80. Same as ATVs, quads, they shouldn't go like too fast, right? It's just dangerous because you're not protected at all. And same for motorbikes. The logic that they're similar is both on motorbike and both on quad, if an accident happens, you just fly out. So it doesn't make sense to go like too fast. If you go 80 on a normal motorbike, it already feels like super fast. Then next we have big trucks and vehicles, buses, route vehicles, buses, and this type of stuff, marshutkas. It can go 80 on highways, so similar to quads, and 70 just regular streets outside of the city to not go like too fast. Then we have large trailers, BE category, and it looks like bigger as I already showed you compared to the small one. And it can go only 70, doesn't matter where. Then we have, if you tow someone, always 50, no matter where. Mopeds can go 45. There is like a trick question where it asks you, where it shows you a sign 50, and it asks you when you are driving a moped on this street with this sign, how fast can you go? And many people answer 50, but it's actually 45 because mopeds, scooters cannot go over 45 no matter where. Then we have tractors with 40 and electric scooters with 20. There's like, the small ones that you can take even without the driving license. They cannot go on highways, but I just kept it in this way so that you can remember that it's always 20. Yes, neither electric scooters nor mopeds are allowed on the highway because their maximum speed is just too low. They cannot go over 50, and that's like kind of the minimal speed you should go with on the highway. Okay. Yeah, that's why also when you're towing someone, in all the questions where someone is towing someone on the highway, the right answer is always leave the highway as fast as possible. You cannot keep towing, just leave the highway. Okay. Good. Let's just go through the questions so that you get a feel of it, and how I would logically think when I'm checking those questions. So regular car, regular street is not a highway, 90 kilometers, right? 60 would be in the city, 110 would be on the highway, 70 would be with with a big trailer. Then we have here 3 vehicles and they're all going 100 kilometers, but there is no 100-kilometer rule. And the only situation in which someone can go over 100 legally based on the rules is a car, regular car on a highway. But here we have a truck and a minibus with a trailer. Small trailer is 80 kilometers max. Also big truck on a highway, same as small trailer. Here we see it 80 as well. So they both are violating. Obviously the car is not violating. Here quad, you remember it, 80, doesn't matter where, and it can go only max 80, not 110. 60 would be in the city, and 90 is a car on a regular road. We have here now the car with a little trailer. They can only go maximum 80 outside of cities. In the city here 50, generally 60. But yeah, they can go max 80 because they're leaving the city. It says driving after the road sign indicating the end of a built up area. Okay. Built up and inhabited is the same in this case. Then we have BE category, means a big trailer. It can go maximum 70, doesn't matter where. And here the 60 sign is over. It means the 60 regulation is over. It's a trick question because they tell you 60, but 60 is over the limitation, okay? Yes. Here, what is the maximum speed for a BE category? Again, it's a highway, but it can always go 70. It doesn't matter where, only maximum 70 kilometers per hour. That's why he has to go on the right side because he is slower than the rest. Here again, 100 kilometers. We see the car can go 110 here. The bus and the truck can go up to 80 on a highway and 70 on a regular road, right? So that's why. Here, let's see, 80 highway, 70 regular road. Here it's a highway situation. That's why they gotta stay in the within the 80 kilometers limit. Okay, here we have someone towing It's not a highway, so it's fine, and they can go max 50 kilometers. Here we have a recommended speed. You see, they are trying to trick you. It's a non-built up area, obviously. You see it says in an uninhabited area, means it's a regular street, but it's not a highway. And 50 in a square is a recommended speed. So you could go 50, or like they prefer you to go 50, but you can go up to 90 if you want. Just a recommendation. Okay, here we have, now they're going at 90 kilometers per hour. The car can go because it's an uninhabited area, right? It's like a regular street. Car can go up to 90, and the quad and motorcycle can go up to 80 no matter where. So if they're going at 90, obviously both of them are violating. Okay, let's check this one. Here is a highway, and we have a minimum recommended speed there, right? Minimum recommended speed, you see here. Let's zoom in. 50 on the left lane, right? So, and the car is going on the left lane, the bike is going on the right lane, but the bike is not a part of the question. At what speed is a driver of category B vehicle, he is on the left lane, is allowed to continue driving in the lane marked with a road sign? And we could say not more than 50. No, that's not correct at all. All the other questions are kind of like, yeah, tricky as well. Options: at a speed of not less than 50, because it's a limit, minimal limit, because they're on the left lane on the highway, and not more than 110 kilometers per hour, right? 110 kilometers because it's a B category on a highway. Then we have here, yeah, so look, here there is no highway sign, first of all right? Secondly, this traffic sign shows that you cannot go more than 90 on the left lane. But he has a small trailer, so he can only go 80 max, no matter where he is going. Yeah, so here he can go 80. Most people would answer 90 if they're not prepared, or 110 because they would think it's a highway. But small trailer plus 90 limitation. 90 limitation doesn't matter because I can only go 80 anyways. Okay, here again, small trailer can go maximum 80, but he is going 90, so that's why he is violating, first of all. And secondly, he will also violate because here on the left lane, well, okay, he will not violate because of that, because here they have minimal speed of 80, which is allowed. So he's violating only because he's going 90 and he is only allowed to go 80. Yes. I hope it was clear for you. Take a screenshot of this one and memorize it. Just go through a lot of tests on it, and in the exam you will get it right for sure. Thanks for being here, and see you in the next video.